Рабы — это не people. Правильно? Господин Джефферсон. Вильямсбург. Привет, ребята.
Встреча в Вильямсбурге.
Да, как дела?
Ну, с Рождением.
Наконец-то можно, да.
Вот теперь тоже точно замечательно.
Свет, здравствуйте. Да. Свет у тебя совпадает, да, специально?
The building on the right over
1690.
here is the residence of the president of the college. That was built in 1733. Each of the presidents have lived there, including the present president of the college who lives there. And his office is in the old Indian school right over here. That's 1723 Indian school.
Indian school.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
They will teach Indians how to be Christians and missionaries here. For 80 years they do that.
How long?
80 years.
80 years. And that's
80
all.
years until the Revolutionary War. Then they quit. Why do they quit during the Revolutionary War in the 1760s? Because the money they were getting to teach them came from England. Now we're at war with England, so you don't get any more money, so you don't teach anymore. That's why they got it in the first place. They built the Indian school because somebody over in England thought it was his godly duty to teach savage American Indians to be Christians. So he donated the money, and so as long as they go out and get Indian children here, they will teach them and get money. And the first 5 children they get, they go out and buy, so they can start getting that money in. They actually buy them from other Indian tribes. Indian don't want to give up their own children. You wouldn't want to give up your children. So they have slave children. Indians are always fighting other Indian tribes and stealing their kids. So they sell them some of the slave kids.
But what's now?
Hey, history's like that. It's full of that. It's just like today.
But what now? What is it now? Is it our university here?
It's a university, but they still call it a college because that sounds smaller and ancient, and that's the original name of it, a college.
Okay.
Excuse me.
It's a William and Mary, right?
William and Mary, yeah.
Аленка.
See, it's got a G R on it. C stands for George, and R for King, Rex. 1935 has this landscape and features sunken gardens.
Как ты думаешь, зачем вот это вот?
This is now a state school.
Лифт.
Turned over to the state of Virginia in 1906.
Открываешь.
And it's got 6,000
Коробочки.
Every year. 2,000, and that includes dorm and food. And out of state is 44,000.
44. It's expensive college.
Out of country is 200 million.
Yeah, the problem to get into this school.
They like out of state students.
Of course, sometimes expensive.
Welcome to sit down if you want. This is a great hall, multi-purpose room back then and today. Looks like they were just having a music program in here. Sometimes I'll come here and they're making movies. This is the man that started the school right here, James Blair, Anglican minister. And he suggested down in Jamestown, the capital, in 1691, let's build a school for the kids. So they put him in charge. They send him over to England to see King William and Queen Mary. So he gets over there and he has to wait. While he is waiting, he runs into pirates. He knew these pirates from being in jail in Jamestown. They were caught in this local area and thrown in jail. The money was confiscated, sent to England. Well, they got to get away. Got out of jail after 3 years and went over to England to try to get their pirate money back. And he finds out their sad story and offers to help for 50%. He is successful. He walks away with $250,000 for his new school project when he's successful. This is the only school in America started with pirate money. Then he gets an audience with King William and Queen Mary. He gets $2 million to build this building. Tax on tobacco to finance ongoing operations. And he's doing well. Then he finds out that a scientist, Sir Robert Boyle, anybody know who he is? Boyle's Law.
Oh,
His dad left money to teach Indian children, so he goes to the executive of the estate and gets a grant of money to teach the Indian children. So he flies back over here, big airplane, and he starts construction of the school in 1695. It's completed in 1698. Well, that year down in Jamestown, the State House burns where the representatives were, the burghers. It's the House of Burgess. Old German word, burghers, Bürgermeister, burg, city. So these burghers need a place to meet, and so they're invited to meet here in 1699, and while here, they find out how nice this area of Middle Plantation is. It's got freshwater springs that pop up about every 200 yards. Clear, cold mountain water. Down in Jamestown, they're drinking river water filtered by 100 feet of mud before it gets to the well. Well, they decided to make this the new capital city, and they're going to name it after William. Mary's passed away by now. Burg means city, so Williamsburg would be created. 13 links in the chain, representing the 13 colonies, and it says, "We are one." So they're all linked together. That's cool symbolism, but it gets better. On the front is a sun, a sundial. The Latin word F-U-G-I-O. Does that mean anything to you all? F-U-G-I-O? Means flies. And then underneath the sundial it says, like a little secret saying. This time stands, the sundial stands for time. So in Fugio flies, time flies, mind your business. So it's a little message to future generations from Benjamin Franklin.
Who can understand that?
Benjamin Franklin made this. Just cool.
Compass, right?
3 presidents graduated this school. 1, 2, 3. Monroe, Taylor, and somebody else.
Building complex. Yep. The oldest man I know.
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Concert at 2 o'clock.
That's
Water
good.
testing.
That's why it's so.
And I got a wedding in the chapel.
Yeah.
Going, it's not until they be in about 1 o'clock.
So we can go in 15 minutes?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You can come in right now. We'll start until 2 to 4. Yeah, you got plenty of time.
Okay.
I did 3 yesterday.
Wow. Lots of weddings here. I'm going to take you all in the chapel.
Oh.
In the other wing.
That's
A lot
interesting.
of students want to be married, and I guess some faculty occasionally.
Foundation school. Student.
Defense of their doctorate.
Смотри, тече.
Occasional board of visitors meet here. Secret society groups like fraternities meet here.
The
Portraits on the wall are chancellors. A chancellor is a person of importance, they ask to represent the school. They serve 7 years. They usually come and talk to students. Bishop of London, the school is built. George Washington was chancellor of the school while he was president of the United States. Anybody recognize her?
That's her.
Yes, she was our 4th chancellor back.
Oh my God.
She was replaced by Henry Kissinger, who was replaced by a woman, Sandra Day O'Connor, when she retired from the Supreme Court. And Sandra Day O'Connor was just replaced 2 years ago by a former William and Mary student who drove a bus when he went to school here. And became Secretary of Defense, Robert Gates. So Robert Gates is Chancellor 5 more years from now.
Это комната для защиты диссертаций. Докторских.
Our classroom looks today, they have religion classes in this building.
Роскос.
Книга настоящая доска с мелом.
Так, все сели. Sit down. They're all start class. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Everybody sit.
Yeah, let me make a lecture. Attention, please. I'm going to be a lecturer because I used to be a professor at the university. Oh. Yeah. So everybody got D. Yes, because you don't know anything about history of America. I'm done. Вот здесь как раз. Я был на свадьбе однажды. Моих приятелей.
This is the chapel. This is an
Здесь как раз была свадьба.
Anglican colony. It didn't abide that place over here in this Anglican colony. I really like the origin of words.
Arvid. Sorry.
So, the word Anglican, where did it come from? Anglican, England. Where did the word England come from?
England?
From king who was married six times.
It's island.
Yes.
It's a geographical term. No? I mean, geographical term.
Yes.
No?
It was, you've heard of the German groups, the Angles and the Saxons.
Yes,
Vikings,
Anglo-Saxon.
They came over and inhabited the island of Britain.
Uh-huh.
The Angles were successful, and you call the land where the Angles live, Angleland. It's from the Angles. And actually, Angle means angel in German. So when you think of England,
It's a land of angels.
and England, their religion is the Anglican religion.
Okay, it's transferred from this one. То есть ангелы верят по-английски как-то.
Professor, this is your podium right here.
Okay, thank you. Going.
This is for important visitors. This is obviously a very important visit. Right here.
Hello.
Just say it.
Well, Professor,
Yes.
these are going to be your students this semester.
Okay. Lovely, lovely students. Welcome.
Now, see this student right over here?
Yeah.
His name is Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, hello, Tom.
Now, you watch. This is going to be entertaining. When you talk about that map,
Yeah.
you look at him and he's going to have a big smile ear to ear.
Why?
Because that's his father's map. His father made that 5 years ago, 1755. He's pretty proud of his father. Every time. Look, we're looking at the map. Look at that smile.
Indeed.
Those black lines are the mountain ridge lines going up there. That little drawing on the lower right-hand corner is what's important to Virginians. That's a tobacco loading dock. Tobacco is a king crop of Virginia. This is what made us survive over here in the colony. Came over looking for gold, and they found a different type of gold, mineral gold. They found the tobacco.
Brown gold. Right?
It's considered dangerous now.
England didn't want us to have English money over here. When we sold raw products to England, they wanted us to buy from their manufacturers. So we're wound up frequently paying salaries in tobacco. Ministers were paid 15,000 pounds of tobacco usually a year. And if you had a bad crop, then the price of tobacco goes up and they make more money. So it kind of fluctuated. But you just can't carry tobacco around to pay your bills. And we are carrying on an illegal trade down in the Caribbean. anything we buy from other than England is supposed to go to England first so they can get a cut of it, and then it'll come over here. But we're trading food products for rum and molasses down in the Caribbean, and we're getting Caribbean coins, pieces of 8. And this is made in Central and South America. And this is going to be the model of our American silver dollar. This is the most frequently used coin in America. So our American silver dollar, first one, 1794, is modeled after the piece of 8. Exact same size, weight, grams. Now, to make change, you would cut the coin into pieces called bits.
Oh.
And you would have up to 8 bits per coin.
That's what the bits are.
And archaeologists will find these bits in different
Is it
excavations.
limited quantity how many sectors you will cut? 8. No more 8. You cannot cut like more.
No.
16,
Less.
No.
1/16.
So,
That's what it is.
so this is a half a coin, so this is 4 bits.
Okay.
And this quarter coin is 2 bits. And this is 1 bit and another bit. Now we've got a cheer in our country. You hear it at football games. 2 bits, 4 bits,
Oh.
6
Is it
bits,
from
a
this
dollar. All for something, stand up and holler. It's just because it rhymes. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know that it came, if you ask any of them, they don't know it came from these coins. You might hear somebody say, he put his 2 bits worth in. In 1900, a shave and a haircut was 2 bits. He mathed,
Captain Smith?
he mathed this much of it in 3.5 months.
Сделали.
It's absolutely awesome. And we know what happened almost every day because the men that were with him wrote narratives and they told where they were, what they did every day. Yeah.
I mean, they spent 5 years to make topography of that territory.
Yeah, this, now he had to go back, they had to go back and survey this. They were surveying. Smith didn't make his with survey. He is going up the rivers in a boat with his handheld compass and he is, estimating, but it's unbelievable. It is so good that historians I know just cannot believe that he could estimate that well and there was no other map before John Smith made his map. And his is so accurate, he made it in 3.5 months. He's fighting battles while he does this. And he meets some giants while he is mapping. And this is where they live, right here. Right at that spot. He had heard about it. He sent a messenger up asking them to come down to the head of the river to meet him. They're called the Susquehannocks. They named the river they live on after them, the Susquehanna River. 60 of these giants come down, and they are huge. John Smith says, and the men that are with Smith say, when these guys speak, it sounds like their voice is coming out of a vault. They measure the calf muscle of one of these giants 3/4 of a yard around. How much is that in? It's 3/4 of a meter, almost.
It's like 60 centimeters.
And the men say the rest of their bodies are like proportioned. These are big guys. How big are they compared to colonists? The difference between you and me. They were 7.5 feet tall.
700.
All tribe like that or some specific people?
Pardon?
All tribe like that, Jin people or some specifics?
I suspect they probably sent 60 of their biggest boys down there to make an impression on them. But archaeologists have found their bones 7.5 feet tall.
Yeah, it's
But
true.
the Indians here that the colonists are seeing are 6.5 feet tall.
Still tall.
Some of them are 6.5 feet tall. Captain Newport is, how tall are you? 6'2"?
6'2", right.
Who's 6 foot? Anybody here 6 foot?
I'm about 6.
5'11"? Captain Newport was about your height. And he tried to reach up. Let me stand on these steps. He tried to put a crown on Powhatan's head. Reach up over your head. He tried to put it on his head, and he couldn't put it on there because he was so tall.
Wow.
He had 2 men pressing on Powhatan's shoulders. Powhatan lived on the York River right over here. Only, we're Wacomico, only 7 miles away from us here. 2 men were pressing on his shoulder trying to get this king to bend down so he could put the crown on his head. So the Indians around here were pretty